Niger is probably is the quintessential example of neo-colonialism. Niger is a country that is famous for its uranium. When we talk about neo-colonialism, uranium ore is the number one issue here because France exploits Niger to this day. Just to give you an idea how vital this is for the French, who have nuclear bombs and who also have, are huge proponents of nuclear energy. They about 70 to 75% of electricity in France, right? So EDF, which is Électricité de France, the state-owned company, about 70% of power in France is nuclear powered. 1/3 of French households are powered by uranium that comes from Niger. 1/3. So this is according to Oxfam, right? Which is a very famous British NGO. France depends and needs uranium ore from Niger to power its country. And it exploits Niger to such a level that it is beyond theft and colonialism. It's something else. In France, 1 out of every 3 light bulbs is lit thanks to Nigerian uranium. In Niger, nearly 90% of the population has no access to electricity. France is plundering Niger as we speak right now in 2023. Nothing has changed. This is what you call neo-colonialism. 80% of people in Niger, Oxfam here said 90%, doesn't matter. The point is most people in Niger do not have an electricity grid. They don't even have electricity. Meanwhile, the Eiffel Tower, the Eiffel Tower is lit by uranium that comes from Niger. The overwhelming majority of exports from Niger are uranium. And yet it only accounts for 5 to 10% of revenue, for government revenue. How is this possible? This resource, which the French, do everything possible to maintain control over, secret contracts, military bases, just neo-colonial policies over and over, decade after the next, right? Century after the next. They need it so badly, and yet Niger seemed to make no money from it. On top of no electricity grid, Niger, if you look at the Human Development Index, Niger is usually the second poorest on the list, right? You'll find it at 187 or 188 out of 189. Do you think this is a coincidence that, Central African Republic and Niger and Congo and Chad and all these countries that are former French and British colonies, they just happen to be the poorest countries in the world? They have the most valuable resources on the face of this planet, and yet they have no money. How is this possible? How is this possible? Colonialism, theft, stealing. That is how this is possible.